I am standing in front of the cinema in Disney Village at Disneyland Paris, and I'm about to go in to watch the new Disney film, Encanto. So, Disney's Encanto, or Encanto, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, I'll not know until I've seen the film, but this movie came out on the 24th of November here in France, and yeah, I'm looking forward to going inside the cinema and watching it. I'm also very much looking forward to experiencing the cinema here in Disney Village, because I've walked past the cinema many times. It's in Disney Village, I mean, it's one of the main attractions here, it's huge. It's got 15 different screens, they do IMAX there as well. It's called Cinema Gaumont, I believe, and yeah, I've never seen a film in it though. Here's another angle of the cinema, so as you can see, 15 different screens, and they also even do 4DX, which is an experience that I've done once before, not here. I did it in London at the O2 to go and watch the Lion King live action film a few years ago, and I actually really enjoyed it. The 4DX experience, by the way, not the actual film. I'm really not the biggest fan of the Lion King live action film at all. I think it's probably one of the worst live action movies that Disney has made in recent years, sorry. But of course, this video is not about Lion King, it's actually about Encanto, the new Disney film that has just come out. It's been about a week actually since it came out. Today's the 2nd of December 2021 when I'm filming this. So let's go in and watch it. Now, one thing you need to know about the cinema here at Disneyland Paris Disney Village is that it mainly shows films in French, because at the end of the day, the cinema is really here in France by Paris for locals, so French people, mainly people who live in France, and obviously they would speak French. So for that reason, it's very difficult to come and see a film here in English, for instance. They do have some English screenings from time to time, but only with selected films. And I did check last night, and they said with Encanto, even though it's only just been released like a week ago, they don't have any English screenings whatsoever. It's all only in French. Just take that into consideration if you're planning a trip to Disneyland Paris. You more than likely won't be able to see a film here in English. Hopefully this is something that they'll change in the future, because I do know that there's going to be loads of people interested in seeing films here in English, but like I said, it's mainly for locals, and local people here would understand and speak French. So it's actually going to be interesting for me as well to be watching this film, watching Encanto, as my first time in French, you know. Normally I tend to watch Disney films or Pixar films in English. Sometimes I watch them in French like in the future, but my first experience of Disney films is normally in English. When I was a younger child though, when I was a child and living in Switzerland, I would always see films in French, Disney films in French, because obviously that's the language of Geneva, Switzerland, where I was born and lived in for most of my childhood life. So who knows, maybe tonight will take me back to my childhood a little bit. I'm actually very much looking forward to experiencing it in French. Also, the Spider-Man poster's out behind me. It's coming out the 15th of December here in France. Let me know if you're excited about it. Anyway, the film should start in the next 5 minutes or so. It's an 8 p.m. screening. I've already got my ticket though. I booked it online. So I think I'm going to take this time. There's no queue. There's no queue whatsoever here, which is amazing. Yeah, I'm going to take this time, I think, to maybe grab myself something to eat during the film. I really just mainly want a hot drink. I wonder if they do like hot chocolates, or maybe a coffee would be nice. If you prefer something sweet and cold, by the way, they do also have a Häagen-Dazs station over there with loads of different flavors of ice cream and milkshakes as well, from what I can see from the photos. So that's exciting, but maybe not for now, because it's winter time and I'm freezing. So I have just ordered myself a cafe au lait, a latte. Thankfully they do hot drinks over here, and I got this as well, which I'm really looking forward to eating. Got my latte. I'm actually really looking forward to this, because it might be 8 o'clock in the evening, but I actually haven't had any coffee today. I've had a couple of hot chocolates, which have kind of done the job, but I need some coffee, especially I want to make sure I stay awake for the whole day, because I've been up all day, obviously. I'm in Disneyland Paris. I've been in the parks all day. This is my ticket, by the way. It's very useful just having it on your phone these days. There's a little QR code that you can just have them scan. I'm in row L17. It's meant to start at 20 o'clock. It's currently about 8:04. Hopefully there'll be some adverts. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. Let's go find my seat, and the cinema, the screen as well. Just spoke to a staff member actually, and they did say that it's absolutely fine. Being about 4 minutes late, there's no worries at all. And also it's in screen number 1, so salle 1, which is on the first floor. We've come up one level. Salle number 1 is over here, I believe. Oh, look at the Minions. Minion 2? How many Minion films have there been? Right, salle number 1 is just in front of me, screen number 1. I'm about to go in, but I just wanted to quickly say how cool it is to even be on this top floor, on the first floor of the cinemas here. Having been to Disneyland Paris so many times, I love that I can still do some new things, and this for me, experiencing the cinema in Disney Village here is definitely a new experience, and I really hope not only I enjoy the experience, but also just the film. I really want to love Encanto, because I've heard pretty good things about it. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna potentially speak to you after the film. So the film has just finished. The credits are still rolling, so I'm going to talk about it a bit more in a bit. But a great film. a great film. This has been my view, by the way, so a really good central view as well, and the whole cinema is so nice and like new and modern. Yeah, brilliant film, really good film. Apologies, by the way, if you can still hear some music in the background. It's because the credits are still rolling. But this has been the cinema, screen 1. Hopefully you can hear me anyway. I'm surprised at how much I enjoyed the film, actually. I'm excited to see it again at some point. I definitely will. Really enjoyed the whole experience, actually. Like, the cinema's been really good. Watching a new Disney film is always a pleasure. It's just, I feel my heart at the moment feels very warm. It was a very heartwarming film. There you go, that's the end, more or less. Still some background music going, but seat number 17, row L, has been a phenomenal, very comfortable seat. Also, these were really good. I obviously haven't finished them. I had a couple of them. These Nutella biscuits, they were very nice. I am literally the last person in this cinema screen at the moment, but yeah, credits still rolling, so quite a long list of people who have obviously worked on this film. I understand why, because it was it's Disney. It's obviously going to be loads of people working on it. Right, I've just come out of that door. The credits are still rolling. I can hear the music still. There's a sign here that obviously says sortie, so exit. We'll see where it takes me. I'm actually intrigued if it's going to take me back into like the main foyer area or fully outside. Who knows? We'll find out together. Oh, there you go. Basically where we were before. Very interesting. We're literally back onto the main foyer area on the ground floor level. We were up there earlier for screen 1. We had to go up the escalator. And now we're here again. That's the exit. I love it. Really cool experience. They also have another showing of this film tonight at 10 p.m. They've had quite a few showings of this film, obviously, throughout the day, but in the daytime, I think most people want to be in the parks. At least I did. So that's why I chose the 8 p.m. showing. But it's interesting to note that there is also another one at 10 p.m. That's quite a late one, I would say. However, interestingly, the foyer area looks a little bit busier now, closer to 10 p.m. Maybe it's because, again, a lot of locals come here, and it's a Thursday evening, so maybe this is a time where people want to go and watch films. Oh, weirdly quite nice to be back into fresh air, actually. I don't feel quite as cold anymore. There's Annette's diner over there. Anyway, I am going to give some thoughts very quickly. Obviously, I've only just come out of the cinema, and normally when I watch a new film, be it Disney or just a regular film by another company, I like to kind of sleep on it before I give opinions. So these are just basically my initial thoughts. So, once I see the film again, or, tomorrow when I wake up, I might have different opinions. But right now, my literally first reactions to the film was that it was a very good film. It's a beautiful film visually. I love all the colors in it. I love the main character, Mirabelle, her name is. Also Encanto, apparently, as far as I could tell, is a place in Colombia, which is where the film is actually set. So a lot of Spanish influences in the film as well. It was actually interesting, because obviously I watched the film in French, and to me, French and Spanish go better together than English and Spanish. So it felt really natural to kind of see all the main characters speak in French throughout the film, and then obviously at parts there was some Spanish thrown in, which I would presume would be the same if you watched the film in English. Some of the songs even were actually fully in Spanish. It's done by Lin-Manuel Miranda, obviously the famous Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's obviously done Hamilton, Moana as well, if you're talking Disney films. And I like the songs. They weren't phenomenal. In fact, this might be something quite controversial. I enjoy Lin-Manuel Miranda's music. I am a big fan of Hamilton. I think it's a phenomenal show. But in terms of his songs for Disney films, I don't know. I mean, Moana was good, and the reason I'm comparing this film, by the way, to Moana is because they were both done by the same composer, Lin-Manuel Miranda. I don't know, I feel like I personally miss, slightly more classic songs in Disney films. Why can't Alan Menken write music for Disney films again, like he used to back in the 90s? Or just have some new composers with slightly different styles? Because I feel like in this film especially, in Encanto that I just watched, Lin-Manuel Miranda's style of music, which is very much rapping and just, it's his own style, right? It was very obvious, and at times it felt like you come out of the Disney film, of the story, because I don't know. I don't think I'm explaining myself very well, but I feel like it felt a little bit forced at times, the characters singing in that kind of rappy style didn't really. I feel like it could have been done differently, if that makes sense. So whilst I enjoyed the music, and there were actually some songs that I really, really liked. In fact, there's a song in the middle of the film, I want to say, that one of the sisters sings. I can't remember the name of the girl. Basically, the very strong girl. There's a strong girl in this film. I genuinely cannot remember her name, and I could look it up, but like I said, I want this to be my initial reactions without actually looking up anything. There's a strong girl in this family. She's incredible. I actually really like her character, even though she's a minor character. I like that they've included someone like her in the film, and she has a song that I thought was very, very catchy. It was really, really fun. It was like nicely edited, loads of fun colors as you're listening to it. Mirabel's first song as well, towards the beginning of the film, I thought was very, very good, but just overall, I felt like, I don't know, I personally would prefer it if other composers get a chance again to write music for Disney films, or just go back to Alan Menken and Steven Schwartz. You know, they're the best in my opinion. What else is there to say? Sorry, I'm dancing because I want to keep warm. Also, I can hear Walking in the Winter Wonderland song playing in Disney Village. The story of Encanto, really, really cool, very magical. Kids would love this film. Like, it's beautiful, it's stunning, there's loads of fantasy elements to it. The actual house that this family live in, I don't want to, like, this isn't a spoiler in my opinion, but the house is alive, so things happen in the house just by themselves because the house has like magic in it. That's really cool. Mirabel's character, like I said, I really enjoyed. I loved her voice as well. Obviously, I saw this film in French, so I didn't see the original voice actor, which is why I'm actually interested to watch this again in English, hopefully next week in London at some point, to see it, the original cast of it as well. I thought the message of the film was lovely, like family stuff always touches my heart. It was very, very heartwarming. I didn't cry, I didn't really feel emotional, I just felt happy. Like, my heart felt happy, especially towards the end when kind of things come together. Not giving any spoilers obviously, but you know, it's a Disney film. You can imagine more or less how it's going to end, and it was lovely. It was a very, very sweet message. I feel very uplifted having seen it, and yeah, I would recommend it. I'd see it again. Is it one of my favorite Disney films of all time? No. Is it one of the best recent Disney films? I don't know. It's really, really good though. I definitely did enjoy it. Like I said, I still would put films like Big Hero 6, which at this point came out like 5-6 years ago, above this, but like, you know, compared to Raya and the Last Dragon, for instance, that I saw earlier this year, I think this has more rewatchability factor. Like, I am more willing to watch this again. I think probably part of it is to do with the music and how colourful it was as well, visually, and how beautiful it was animated. Yeah, I can see myself watching this again a couple of times, whereas Raya and the Last Dragon, even though I really, really enjoyed it, I've only seen that one time when it first got released, and I haven't really bothered watching it again. Also, I just really like the fact that Mirabel, you know, our main character, wasn't really, really thin, because a lot of the kind of Disney females, animated characters that Disney puts out, are just so unnaturally thin. Like, it's not realistic how they animate them with these like really tiny waists, whereas at least Mirabel looked a bit more realistic in terms of her proportions. So I did appreciate that with Disney, and yeah, just generally loved it. I feel like I've said more or less all I wanted to say in terms of initial reactions. If you want to know more of my thoughts, follow me on Instagram, because I'm sure to, you know, have more opinions when I watch it again, or when I, you know, wake up tomorrow and kind of sleep on it a bit and think about it a bit more. Hello. Do you want to say hi? Hola. Hola. Hello. Anyway, very quickly as well, the Disney short that they played before the film, before Encanto, was really cute. That was really, really cute. I actually cried during that. I cried during the short, and I don't even remember what the name was. Like, I genuinely don't, but it was Too Little Lordy. Okay, I found the title in English. Far From the Tree is the short that was played before Encanto, and yeah, a couple of beavers, obviously no words whatsoever, just one of the classic amazing Disney shorts, and I thought that was just very cute as well. Like, as I said, I did cry during that. Did I just say beaver, by the way? I did mean to say raccoons. Raccoons are in the short film before Encanto, not beavers. There are beavers in Encanto though, so I think that's why I got confused. But the beavers in Encanto don't really do much, they're just there. There's loads of animals in Encanto actually. Again, this isn't spoilers, it's just there's animals in it, and they don't really do much, but they're cute to look at, and they're quite funny, some of them as well. Donkeys in Encanto. If you go and watch Encanto, the donkeys are hilarious. But there you go, that's more or less the end of the video. Here's the cinema again. time-wise, it's about 20 minutes past 10. So the film starts at 8. I think the whole movie altogether is about 1 hour and 45 minutes, you know, not counting the trailers beforehand. I hope you enjoyed this video though. Please let me know in the comments down below if you have watched Encanto yet and what your thoughts were. I'm really curious to see what you think, because I haven't really heard much about it. I've heard some good things, but not enough, and that's why I'm actually excited to again watch it in the future. Once again, because I like watching Disney films more than once. That's the kind of person I am. That's the cinema. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. The music is very, very loud. Oh Lord, I feel very festive. I just feel very happy. I love watching new Disney films, honestly, especially when they're good. It just makes my heart happy, as I said. It makes me feel very nice and cozy, and can't wait for Buzz, you know, Lightyear, sorry, it's not called Buzz, Lightyear, the Pixar film coming out next year. Yeah, subscribe for more videos like this, follow me on Instagram, do whatever you want to do. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.